Y'all ready for this?
Hey, I'm Riggs Johnson, and you're watching Breaking Par. Go Devils.
I'm Michael Phelps. I'm Cameron Champ. I'm Reggie Bush.
Hi, I'm Haley Ostrom.
Hi, I'm Blair O'Neill.
I am Patrick Peterson.
Hi, I'm Missy Farkay.
Hi, I'm Matt Thurman.
I'm Tyson Nash. I'm Paul Bissonette.
I'm Kevin Streelman.
I'm Alex Norris.
Soy Carlos Ortiz.
Hey, I'm David Pooch, and you're watching Breaking Par.
Hi, I'm Missy Farkay, head women's golf coach at Arizona State. Welcome to the Bird. This is our home of the men's and women's golf teams at ASU. Come on in and we're going to show you a close insider look that not many people get to see what's inside this gate. As you enter the Bird, you can see our past history. We're very proud of these trophies, these NCAA trophies. This was the last trophy that we won in 2017 at Rich Harvest Farms. And then this is a picture of that last team, which is awesome. Our Sun Devils walk in through here every day. They're reminded about the legacy here we have at Arizona State. The big thing is who's going to be the next one to get their big picture on that wall. Our goal is to have 2 pictures up there and have both teams. That's what we'd love to see. And as you enter our hallway here, we've got this really unique setting on the walls. Coach Thurm's had this great idea to work with Kyle Lux, who's also an ASU alum, who's an amazing artist. And all of our current Sun Devils that are on the PGA and the LPGA tours are on this wall. And then at the end, of course, we have Phil Mickelson. And this is the Phil Mickelson and Amy Mickelson short game area that we'll show you in a little bit. So as we continue on, we're heading into the break room here, and you see some of our current Sun Devils. There's David and Kevin.
When I came here, I probably FaceTime my parents, my friends, just doing it every day. Hey, here's the workout, the gym area, and here's the locker room. Yeah, all the people is oh my gosh, what is this? This is huge. This is awesome, and it is.
We want it to feel like a country club, like they're hanging out at a really great golf course. So they've all got these amazing lockers. They come in here and they have a place to hang out and relax and do what they need to do. Back in here, kind of hidden, we have our fitness lab. Usually you'll have some pretty loud music jamming when both teams are in here. The men's locker room comes into this, and it's a great place to work out, and we love it here. So as we continue on, this is our legacy room. We get to tell all about the history of our programs. You've got the men's All-Americans, that number's at 115. Not many schools can say that. We've got 6 men's champions and amateur champions, coaches of the year, are members of the Sun Devil Hall of Fame. And then you continue on. And ironic, Phil Mickelson is on the Golf Channel right now in here. That's pretty cool. We've got our women's All-Americans here. We're at 88. Our conference champions, again, Sun Devil Hall of Fame. We've got our Solheim Cuppers, things like that, which is pretty cool. And you can see we're gonna head into the golf lab next. All right, next we're gonna take a look at our golf lab. It's very, very techy. So I've had to learn a lot in the last couple years about this facility. We have the putting platform here. It's got all these different motors in it. You can putt left to right, right to left, all the way up to 4 degrees, so it's pretty cool. And we have the putt view system, which is the light that comes on down. The Sam Putt Lab here. We've got our TrackMans. We have 7 monitors in here. We have more technology than even I know how to work with. And then you've got this fantastic view of the Papago Buttes. And then over here, we've got Alessandra Finale, our junior from Italy, and she's working on her 58 wedge. I can see her club speed, I can see her club path, I can see all those things. This is a wonderful place to work on their games, and we love it, and we're so very thrilled to have it. It's an amazing facility. So I'm gonna spend a little time with Allie here in her short game from inside the golf lab. Coach Thurms, I'm gonna throw it to you. You're gonna show everybody how amazing our outside facility is.
Missy showed us the inside. Now I want to show you the Phil and Amy Mickelson Player Development Facility. I think you're really going to like it. The first thing that everybody notices when they come here is these wedge targets. You've never seen 8 wedge targets like this in a row. These are Phil Mickelson's specialties. He's got them in his yard. You can see they get bigger as they go, but commensurate with how far the shot is. So they're all about equal difficulty. They're exactly 15 yards apart, and we have these stations off artificial turf that are exactly 5 yards apart. Phil was really passionate about the artificial. He came out and tried 7 different mats and got the ones that were just right, that gave him the right feel. Phil came and he said, you guys should each be hitting 1,500 of these a month to get a feel for your numbers. And I think it shows on the golf course we're a pretty good wedge team.
Nice shot.
If you hit it in the middle, you get to ring the bell. It makes a nice little sound. As you can see, it's right off the building. So it's like real life Top Golf here. And we have all kinds of games we play on these wedge targets to really test your direction and your distance control. We have a drill where you have to hit 1 ball on each of the 8 greens. And you count how many balls it takes you to do it. The record is 14. Chun on you, 14. I know we've had Paul and John here, and they first try can usually get it in the high teens.
All right, so where are we headed now, Coach?
So I want to show you our range. One of my favorite features, our driving fairway. Most facilities you go to, you know, they might have a tree or a couple signs out there, or some flags, but it's usually kind of a big open field. So we created a driving fairway out there with bunkers that you could aim off of. You can hit a fade off the left bunker, draws off the right bunkers. The fairway right now is exactly 25 yards wide. So that's inside basically a US Open fairway. You can actually approach that fairway from all these different angles and different types of tees. So they'll hit drivers from literally all over this facility. Basically anywhere can be a tee. And if you have a ton of targets, which we have, and a bunch of tees, you have an infinite number of options. And that's what we have out here.
Man, the facility is like, there's so much you can do. You could spend all day for every day of the year and never have the same practice 2 days in a row, or even the same practice again, because there's just like a million different shots out there and a million different ways that you can practice.
So one thing about this facility, like as you turn, you have an unlimited number of wedge yardages to all these different pins. There's actually like 50 holes cut on this facility, and all are a different yardage. So anywhere you move around on this facility triangulates all these different yardages. So we don't have a set line where you have to tee off from each day. The players move around the tee to get whatever yardages they need to practice. We have 6 different greens. This green here in the middle, the way it's designed, there's just unlimited real shots you can get. We wanted the ultimate combo green, chipping, putting, wedges that would be the most fun you could ever imagine. We had a list of all the different shots that you would need to practice, and we made sure on this green there was everything you could imagine. This bunker is kind of cool. You don't see a bunker in the middle of the green very often, but if you think about putting a bunker on the side of the green, you have a very small cone of shots that you can hit. You put a bunker in the middle of the green and you have 360 degrees of different shots. So I want to show you some of the shots. This is the spine, and a ball won't stay here and it won't stay here. So when you're hitting a bunker shot, if you have too much side spin on it or you can't control your backspin, it's gonna roll off. And so guys will spend hours just trying to get a ball to stay on the spine, just like they will over here on this ledge, because it's got a big fall off in the back. So as you move back into the middle of the bunker, keeping a ball on that ledge, you have to have amazing spin control and touch. It was really important to Phil to have all the rolling hills. So you had all different types of lies. We got rough growing in different places. Again, this unlimited number of options is something we really love. I told you that wedge area is something you've never seen before. Well, here's a putting green you've certainly never seen before. A Phil Mickelson special. Phil's very technical, and when he talks about practicing, he talks about building a frame of reference. That's what he's always trying to do with his practicing. Well, this putting green is the same thing. You have 4 key sections of this putting green, and they're large. I'm standing on the 3rd section, which the entire section is a 3% slope. The next section over there is a 4% slope, and then we have a 2 and a 1. Nobody nowadays plays a high-level competitive tournament without a greens guide that tells them on every putt what the percentage of slope is. So we know if we're on a 1%, a 2%, 3% slope every time we putt. Well, now we've created a green that you can practice that exact thing. And so we work around the clock from different distances. And in theory, when we have a 2% slope from 4 o'clock, we should know exactly how far outside the hole to play it. Everybody's working on their aim point and stuff and trying to get the number, but once you get the number, do you know what to do with it? And that's what this green teaches you. Well, when I drive in, I get to drive right by ASU first of all. And there's always cranes, there's beautiful new buildings, there's always action. And so you're at a place where it's all about the future. And when we built this facility, that was it. It was supposed to be innovative, interesting, everything thought through. It's a place that we just love to hang out. They do their studying here. We got a ping pong table, they watch movies, they hang out in the locker room. The men and women here together, all close friends. The thing that unites us is that everyone's just trying their hardest to be amazing at golf. They have big hopes and dreams, and they're out there working every day to make it happen. and it can be kind of whatever you need it to be to help you get to the next level of your game. And that's what Phil wanted. Phil wanted this to be the ultimate place for an elite golfer to train and to get to the highest level. This is not built for 20 handicaps. This is built for the very elite golfer to test their skills and train their skills to the maximum level. So it's been great to show you this today. But hey, we got some work to do. So we'll see you later.
Welcome back, golf fans. So as you can see, there's a lot of perks to being a college golfer, and there's even more coming down the line. We all know the new NCAA NIL policies are in place, college athletes being able to monetize their name, image, and likeness, the NIL. But it's a little confusing still for college and amateur golfers. Let's take a couple minutes and break it down. July 1st, 2021, the NCAA came out with a policy for making money against your name, image, and likeness, the NIL rules, right? Still to this day, colleges can't pay their athletes. We know that, duh. But college athletes can do ad campaigns, paid appearances now. They can sell merch. What a time to be alive if you're a college athlete. So here's where things kind of get weird, and it's with college golfers. The new NCAA NIL policy conflicts with USGA definition of amateur golfer. College golfers are amateur golfers, and amateur golfers can't be out there making money. So right now, the USGA has put into place an interim waiver that allows college golfers, if they're on a college roster, to monetize against their name, image, and likeness. Basically, when the NCAA came out with this stuff on July 1st, the USGA was like, whoa, okay, hold on, we need something that's going to be put into place so that these college golfers aren't going to lose amateur status. There's lots of benefits and reasons why being labeled an amateur golfer is important. Again, the most important one, so that you can be a college golfer. Now, this interim period is kind of from July 1st, 2021 through what we think will be January 1st, 2022. That's rumored when USGA is going to come out with new amateur guidelines. Bottom line, if you're a college golfer right now, you want to try to go get some endorsement money, you can, as long as you're conferring with your college's compliance department. Keep that in mind, very important. Not every college athlete's going to get a sponsor, let's be honest. I'm sure a lot of them are like, cool, everybody wants to give me money, but it's going to be hard. Keep your head. Like a Daphne's head cover, they're going to keep your clubs protected, just like you should be protected against propaganda. Keep in mind right now, this waiver period that the USGA has implemented is only for college golfers. So this doesn't apply to all amateurs. For all other amateur golfers, just hold on, because January 1st, 2022, it looks like there's some really cool stuff coming down the line. Here's a few things that we're hearing. The USGA wants to eliminate all restrictions on college golfers monetizing against their name, image, and likeness. We want to make it just as easy as it is for the football players and the basketball players to make money against their name, image, and likeness. Also, it's worth noting that it's proposed that college golfers and amateurs still won't be able to get paid for giving lessons, but you can post tips and kind of do one-way lessons, if you will. Also proposed is that amateur golfers can play in tournaments and have a cash prize. However, the limit on money that you can receive from a tournament is still going to be locked at $750. Another really cool thing about that is you could enter long drive competitions, some crazy putting challenge competition. The USGA is mainly only going to still be concerned with tee to hole competitions where your score on that hole matters. So we're still trying to break this all down and get a grip on the information. And if you too want to kind of get a grip on things or need a better grip on your golf club, Claw Gloves offer a synthetic palm that allows you to really grip that club. We're trying to get a grip on the information. You should get a better grip on your golf clubs. Claw Glove. So there you have it, guys. There's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of moving parts, especially with what's coming down from the USGA in January. I think this is really cool. I think it's really cool that college golfers now have an opportunity to go out and seek sponsorships. The USGA, I think, is doing a good job. This is exciting stuff, and go get that money, kids. Oh, and by the way, if you're a college golfer out there that's looking to be sponsored, go to breakingpar.net. We might have your back. Shout out to Lane Flack. Let's check out some content from our fans. It's the Social Media Spotlight brought to you by Squad Pod.
guys struggle getting out of bunker today, I'm going to teach you how to do it with just the putter. You get the ball on the back of the putter, you flip it straight over your head. It's pretty simple. And it goes toward the hole. Not to get lucky, like I do, it goes in the hole. So, it's Luke PB tips of the day.
Hey girls, you want to know what the easiest way to get a D1 scholarship is? I got you.
That's right, girls and parents, listen up. If you're looking for some scholarship money, look no further than women's college golf.
Hey, I'm Emily Gilbreth. I played at the University of Houston, and I'm a Houston native, and I got to be a part of the first women's program in history. I don't think a lot of people know how many scholarships are actually out there. You know, when people think of women's golf, they think of D1. But there's a lot of unclaimed money at the D2 and the D3 level as well.
Exactly, and some of the reasons that money goes unclaimed is because of the misconception of how good you have to be.
There is sort of an assumption that you have to be a scratch golfer to get a scholarship. For the D2 and the D3 level, if you shoot right around, you know, if you're breaking 90 and you shoot right around 85, you have a good shot at scooping one of those up.
Obviously, coaches look at more than just average scores when it comes to scholarships. They scrutinize state and national tournament experience. But generally speaking, let's look at some rough numbers. For Division I, coaches are looking at incoming freshmen shooting average scores between 70 and 80. D2 between 75 and 85, and then when you start talking D3 and NAIA, girls are getting scholarships shooting anywhere between 80 and 95.
If any girls are looking to play college golf like I did, and you're right on the cusp of, you know, getting that scholarship or shooting those better scores, I would look into getting fit.
And that fits the segue to why we're filming this segment at Cool Clubs. If the chance at a scholarship is a matter of strokes, one of the easiest ways to drop a few is making sure you're playing the right equipment.
Again, you don't have to be a scratch golfer to snag one of these scholarships. You just have to clean up your game just a little bit. And honestly, maybe the quickest way to do that is to, you know, get fit, get better equipment, or take a look at it.
I actually got fit at Cool Clubs my sophomore year of high school, and once I got more comfortable with the sticks in my hand, it was game over. It helped my game tremendously, and I went on to play college golf. I'm real, like I did it.
There you go, good swing. Fittings are important because if you go and buy clubs off the shelf, they're not necessarily consistent. Everybody has a stiff shaft, but one company's stiff is the same as another company's regular, is the same as another company's extra stiff.
If you get in the right frequency, that'll help, you know, keep your dispersion tighter. It'll help keep you in the fairway.
So one of the things that we can do here is dial in using data and figure out what flex shaft you need, what loft and lie your clubs need to be. Sometimes all we have to do is change the shaft, sometimes it's a whole club, and sometimes the club is fine, but the data will tell us that. We're completely data driven. Quite often when you walk into a shop, they just assume since you're a gal, they hand you a certain length club. Well, I'm 5'8". Somebody else might be 5'3". We don't necessarily need the same length club because the distance our hands are off the ground. Getting fit tightens all the numbers, tightens all the performance of each of the individual clubs.
And they say that getting fit into the right equipment is worth 5 strokes on its own.
If the difference between you getting a scholarship is about 4 or 5 strokes, I would say, fitting is probably a no-brainer.
With the putting, what we do is figure out what type of stroke the player has and what type of putter they need in order to work best with that stroke to give them the best chance to hole out those balls. You have 14 clubs, let's make sure all 14 of them fit.
This is totally worth it to do before your freshman year. I mean, 100%. Get your equipment tuned up, get it right, get ready to go. That was something that I wish I had done as a college freshman.
By increasing the success and the fun, because the equipment fits, then a lot of these gals will want to go play in high school, play in college, and play beyond.
Golf has opened so many doors for me. I mean, I have no debt from college. I know that the debt crisis is a huge thing going on right now. And I don't know how many people my age can say that. So I'm very fortunate that, that was provided to me. The friendships and the people that I've met just in college and even in my professional career, those are relationships that I'm gonna have for the rest of my life. I wouldn't have done it any other way.
Now, for those gals out there looking for a college scholarship, you've got to make sure the equipment is right and the equipment fits. So when you put a good swing on the club, the ball does what it's supposed to do. And that just increases your chances of scoring better, brings your handicap down, and increases the opportunities that you have for a scholarship.
Get fit, get a scholarship.